Hello, hello, and hello. I am the African witch bitch, hoodoo practitioner. Hello, my good people. Hi. I have not had a chance to go live in a cool ass minute. I've been hella busy, but I'm here now. I'm here now. So tonight's discussion, hello. Tonight's discussion, we're gonna discuss generational curses. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. And the reason why we got to talk about it is because I'm getting a lot of people asking me about this. And even this one lady last week offered me a whole bunch of money to remove hers. Like, I want to say like $3,000-$4,000. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down to you. And I know that what I'm about to say is an unpopular opinion in the witchy world, but I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. And sometimes I got to rip the Band-Aid off and expose my colleagues, i.e. fellow witches out there, because there's a lot of scamming going on. And y'all already know, if you don't know shit else about me, I'm not with the fuckery in regards to taking people's money. So if I have to expose some shit, just so y'all can know what it do and what it don't to keep your pocketbook and your wallet safe, that is what I will do. Hello, B. Hi, Robin. I haven't seen you in a minute. Terry Lady. Hello. Ivan. Hey, my fair yoga. I like your name. All right. So let's get started. So let's discuss generational curses. What exactly is a generational curse in theory? In theory, a generational curse is when somebody cursed one of your ancestors from like 3 or 4 or 5 generations ago, and it passed down per generation. Let me tell you why I believe, the African witch bitch, I believe that that's bullshit. I do not believe in the concept of generational curses. I do not believe that generational curses are a thing. I just don't. This is what I do believe. I do believe that 50, 100, 200 years ago, whenever, whatever, there's an early, practitioners of magic, Wicca, Hoodoo, Voodoo, etc. There's a lot of people out there who don't have integrity, who pretend to be practitioners, or who are practitioners who don't have integrity. So let's just say, for the sake of this discussion, let me see, who can I use? All right, let me use Tequila. Hey, Tequila Harvey. Hey, boo boo. Let's say, for the sake of this discussion, Tequila Harvey. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to play that feedback. Excuse me. Let's say, for the sake of this discussion, Tequila Harvey came up to me and was like, I'm having a string of bad luck. Oh my gosh. Can you help me? I think there's an issue. I don't know what to do. I'm torn here and I'm torn there, and I'm having this problem and I'm having that problem. And here, let's pretend I'm Miss Scamming Witch of 200 years ago. Oh, I see the problem right now. Your great-great-grandmother had a curse put on her by a fellow friend over a man, and that curse has followed your line through generations, and now but I could remove it for $500 type shit. Let me tell you why that's some bullshit. That practitioner, if I were 100 years ago scamming practitioner, is just trying to get over. And she probably is going to end up doing some road opener work, which is easy and anybody can do it. Hell, I've taught y'all how to do it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so let me explain to you guys why I don't believe in the whole concept of generational curses. This is what I do believe. I believe that generational curses are not a thing. I believe that they were made up. I believe that people created that bullshit to get money from other people and to scare and sneak into their pockets to take their money. But this is what I do believe. I do believe that trauma is passed down. I do believe that some people make shitty relationship decisions or bad job choices due to trauma and misappropriate and not healing from past shit that done happened to them. For instance, let me give you guys an example. If you guys get into a relationship and you have a string of bad relationships, let's say you and a bunch of the women in your family always seem to get into relationships where the men are abusive. And you look back, and if for the untrained eye, for somebody who does not know, they'll be like, oh, you have a generational curse of domestic violence. Wrong. You had a matriarch in your family, probably your grandmother. If I'm just giving an example, I don't know for sure. I can tell you damn sure in my family, your grandmother probably had your grandfather, your big mom and your big daddy had one of them toxic ass relationships like a lot of our grandparents did back in the day. The women were cheated on like it was nobody's business, and they were getting their asses whooped by their husbands, and their children saw that and internalized that, and the males went on to beat their wives, and the women went on to be attracted to or normalize spousal abuse. And that shit was passed down. That's not a generational curse. That's piss poor relationship and trauma that was never addressed. Big ass difference. Are y'all following me right now? Those bad habits are repeated because of social conditioning, not because somebody put a curse on your family. Am I making sense? Okay, so let me give y'all another example. That you could have that same thing, spousal abuse. It could also be done for poor eating. You ever see a whole family where everybody's obese? That ain't no generational curse. Recipes are passed down. Lifestyles are passed down. There is no excuse unless it's a medical excuse for a 5-year-old to weigh 200 pounds. But it's not the 5-year-old's fault because he can only, or she or he can only eat what's put in their plate. But the mom may be obese because maybe those recipes were passed down from her, and poor eating habits and sedentary lifestyles, non-active lifestyles, are passed down through the families. You understand what I mean? Just because a habit or a situation or a socialized or a normalizing toxic behavior is passed through family lines, that's not a generational curse. That just means that the person needs to do some shadow work. They need to really dig deep and get some healing from some past shit that done happened to them so that they can address it, so that they don't perpetuate it to their offspring. That's what I mean. It's called social programming, and that's not a generational curse. That doesn't mean that a witch or a practitioner 200-300 years ago put some shit on your family and now the shit's passed down. No, it means that some people made some bad choices in regards to relationships, in regards to eating, in regards to finances. You have whole ass families that never taught their children about credit, and everybody in the family got bad credit. That ain't no generational curse. Everybody in the family deals with drug addiction. That ain't no generational curse. What type of toxic behavior are you guys doing in front of your children, or that your parents or your adults in your life did in front of you, where that shit was passed down from generation to generation to generation? Now, some might argue that alcoholism is hereditary. There is science to back that, but that's not a curse. So if you know that you have a whole bunch of drunks in your family, or a whole bunch of people that suffer from alcohol addiction — I shouldn't have called them drunks. God damn it, that's the South in me coming out. Excuse me, y'all. Then what do? You do shadow work, and you build a relationship with your ancestors. This is happening. That's not the same as a generational curse. Again, I don't believe that they're real. I don't. That's just me. A lot of practitioners would disagree with me. And the ones that do disagree with me and do believe that generational curses are real, the question that I have for you is, are you one of those people that's in the market to charge people to get rid of them? Because if you're one of those practitioners that go around soliciting people to get rid of generational curses, and you charge them these astronomical ass prices, of course you're going to disagree with what the fuck I'm saying, because I'm hitting your pockets by exposing that shit ain't real. So let me tell you this, for anybody out there who believe that they have a curse put on their family, this is what I want you to do. I want you to sit back and I want you to look at the family members, the ones who are older than you, your aunties, your big mamas, your parents, whoever it may be. And I want you to look at their life choices. And then I want you to look at the type of conditioning that they passed down to your parents. Okay. And then I want you to look at how their interaction and their relationship is with their offspring, like your big mama, your big daddy, your aunties, whatever. And then I want you to look at their interaction with your parents. And then I want you to think of your interaction with your parents. And if you can see a common thread of toxicity, if you can see a common thread of trauma, if you can see a common thread of neglect, of just shit that just ain't right, You make the conscious choice not to pass that shit down to your children, your nieces, your nephews, or your younger cousins who are watching. Because one thing I do know is children, they can see and hear before they can speak. And they are watching, even when you think they're not. These kids are smarter than we give them credit for. And one thing I can remember when I'm coming up, adults would speak in code around me or what they thought was code, but I knew what the fuck they were talking about. Every time my big mama hear the song Love and Happiness, I'm finna give y'all a little glimmer in my life. Was it, who sung that? Was it Al Green? Love and happiness make you do wrong, make you do right. Y'all remember that shit? Do y'all remember that song, or am I dating myself? Well, my big mama played the hell out of that song. And one time my big daddy came home and took that record out the record player and threw it across the room and broke it on the wall. And I didn't understand why until I was about 5 years old. When you know how it is in the summertime, if you from the South, my mom and dad would send the kids back home to stay with Big Mama in the South. And we spent the summer in the South. Well, baby, me and one of my cousins who's about a year or two under me was in the house. I was about 6 years old. And my big daddy's best friend came over. Big daddy was at work. Big mama was home watching us. It was in the summertime. And my big daddy's best friend stopped by the house with a bottle of E&J with a big red bow on it. I was a little kid. And I'm like, nosy as hell. Always have been nosy as hell. Why is Robert Miles, which is Big Daddy's friend, stopping by with a bow with some E&J? What's E&J stand? I couldn't really read, but I knew how to identify letters and shit. So she told us to go on off in the den, and we went in the den, but nosy as I was peeking around the corner and saw Big Mama and Mr. Miles kissing on each other. All up on her neck, just kissing. Doing all kind of just, they was kissing all up on each other. So later I went and told my mama, because I was a nosy ass kid. And she said, don't ever repeat that, because if you say something, Big Daddy gonna be mad at you. And I said, okay. I never said anything until I got older. I was able to process that shit. And I know that Big Mama was cheating on Big Daddy with Robert Miles, his best friend. But guess what? She might have been justified because he had 2 babies on top of her head while they were married. Yeah, across town. Big Daddy was a Rolling Stone. But my point is back then, women had to deal with a lot of trauma. They had to deal with domestic violence, Big Daddy, Big Mama. They had to deal with infidelity. Big Mama was a housewife. All of her financial resources was on Big Daddy. He went out and made the money, made good money. He was a mason. Masonry, it was whatever the fuck, carpentry, built shit, made good money. They had 6 kids together, 5, I think, 6, some shit. I don't know. They had a lot of kids. My point is that she didn't have the resources to leave him. So a lot of our grandmothers and grandfathers, or grandmothers, aunties, whatever, they had to deal with bullshit. So that shit, that normalizing that toxic ass shit was passed down to my mama and my aunties and my uncles, who are a hot mess. I love my mama, but damn. Then that shit was passed down. You see what I mean? That's not a generational curse. That's just toxic behavior passed down from generation to generation that needs to be addressed through shadow work. And damn it, I'm doing mine. But my point is that's why I don't believe that generational curses are real. So no, I won't be taking your $5,000 to remove them. I'm not going to do you like that. This is what I will do. And it won't cost you a dime. I'm going to point you in the direction of shadow work. I'm going to point you in a direction to address that past trauma, to dig that nasty shit that's inside of you that was implanted there, not by any fault of your own, to address the issues on why you seem to gravitate towards men that beat you. Not you directly. I'm not speaking to anybody directly. I'm just giving examples. Why you tend to gravitate to men who want to use you for your money. Why is your low self-esteem seen in your aunties, your mama, your daddy, your uncles? Your whole family got low self-esteem issues. Why is that? Let's address that issue, dig it out so that shit is not passed down to your teenagers and your son and your daughter and their kids and their kids. That's what I will do. And it won't cost you anything. If you got you a dollar store journal You can start right there. Keep your $5,000 and invest in some damn crypto or whatever you want to do. But don't send it to me because I won't feel comfortable accepting it from you. I'm not one of them witch bitches. You can get scammed, but it won't be from the African witch bitch. All right. So now I am going to drop the link so that y'all can tap in and talk to me tonight. I know it's been a while since I've been here. So I'm finna drop the link. Y'all feel free to tap in. I am here to help y'all. Let's see what the comments got to say. Yeah, they did get trapped, my fair yoga. Yeah, the women did get trapped. You damn Skippy. They definitely did. But that's why a lot of people, and this is something that irritates my soul, my fair yoga. Let me tell you something, baby, that irritates my soul. When I see a man post on social media and they say shit like, how come relationships don't last any longer? Or it don't necessarily really have to be a man. How come relationships don't last like they used to? Marriages used to be 40 and 50 years. Now people divorce. Well, the reason why relationships and marriages don't last like they used to is because yo big mama had to deal with your big daddy's bullshit. She didn't have a choice getting her ass whooped. She didn't have a choice being financially disadvantaged. She didn't have a choice seeing her husband's face in neighborhood children across town, having bitches call her house telling her that her husband, she calling other bitches' houses talking about, is my husband there? And the bitch put her husband on the phone. She didn't have a choice but to deal with that shit because she was 100% financially supportive to her husband. Do you know that a woman couldn't even open a credit card until 1970s? A woman in some states couldn't even open a bank account without the permission of her husband until the 1970s and the 1960s. So the 50s and shit, they didn't have a choice but to deal with it and suffer in silence for the sake of their children. Plus, birth control wasn't really a thing, especially in the Black community. So she had a whole bunch of babies and no financial means to support them. That's why your grandmother stayed with your grandfather for so goddamn long. It didn't have shit to do with women these days being toxic. Now we make our own money. And I'll be damned if I call across town to another woman's house to speak my husband. You got me fucked up. She got me fucked up. He got me fucked up. And this badass cat right here got me fucked up. If you think I'm going to do that shit, no, ma'am. I will tell him what it do. I will tell him what it don't, and he can get the fuck out if he don't like it. That's just me. And a lot of women feel that way. We're more self-sufficient now, where we don't have to put up with abuse. We don't have to put up with infidelity. We don't have to put up with getting STDs back to back to back to back to back from our husbands because we don't have the financial means to deal with that shit. Yes, I'm just saying. Now, Tequila says she gonna go get her bonnet. Let's talk about bonnets. Let's discuss bonnets right now while I'm waiting for people to tap in. Okay, so Monique has an issue with bonnets. I saw this on social media. Y'all see I'm wearing mine. This was given to me by one of my Hoodoo babies because she know I got a big ass head, so she got me one that fit. Here's why I think while I'm waiting, and this ain't Hoodoo related, but I'm gonna give y'all my opinion whether you like it or not. Monique got the game fucked up. She want to shame women for wearing bonnets in public. Now, granted, I'm not in public. I'm in my living room, but I guess I could be considered public because I'm here looking at y'all, you know, for the whole world to see. But why she got all this smoke for women wearing bonnets, but don't say shit about these men wearing wave caps? Men been wearing wave caps in public for as long as I can remember. Men been wearing wave caps in public for as long as I can remember, and ain't nobody said a goddamn thing about it. Men been wearing corduroy house shoes, especially in the 90s and the early 2000s, and nobody said anything. But women wearing bonnets is a problem, and she has an issue with women wearing bonnets in the airport. And let me tell you why I think that that's some bullshit. You can do what you want to do, but when I fly, I don't want my hair touching the headrest. I don't know whose hair been on it. I don't know whose dandruff been on that. I don't know whose lice been on that. I don't want my hair touching it. Now, I do wear a hoodie and I tie my hair up. I don't necessarily wear a bonnet, but shit, I see sis in the airport wearing bonnets all the time. I figure like this, until you have that same smoke for these men that's wearing wave caps in public, don't say shit about a woman wearing a bonnet. That's all I got to say. That's just my opinion. You can take it or throw it out the window. I'm just, yeah, that's just me. And I know some people may or may not disagree, but whatever. I am the African witch bitch. So I got somebody backstage. Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
No?
I might be breaking up a little bit. Can you hear me?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I
All
guess
right.
she's not here. If you want to come tap in on the live, please hit the link. Yeah, exactly, AB. Exactly. You remember them corduroy house shoes? Men would wear those all the time. Exactly, my fair yoga. I'm not gonna have my hair touching that. I'm not doing it. Exactly. That part. That part. Have my hair touching that. I'm not doing
Hello. Hi.
it.
Hi, sis.
You're
How you
muted.
doing?
You're muted. You're muted. Unmute
That
your
part.
phone, baby. You said, "Oh shit."
I did it again. I did it again. I did it again.
We
You can
can't
hear me
hear
now.
you. Can you guys hear her? Because I can't hear her. Can you hear me?
But you know what? Oh, wait. She can't hear me. Shit.
I cannot hear you, baby. I cannot hear you. Get your sound together.
Let me try.
Hello? Okay. Ariel's back. Hi, Ariel. Can you hear me?
Hey. Yes, I can hear you.
Ooh, what
Can you
is
hear
going on
me?
with the sound tonight? Is it me? Can you guys hear
I don't
me?
know. I can hear you
Okay.
fine. I'm in my
Ariel,
car.
baby, I can't hear you, honey. I cannot hear you if you were talking.
Let me see. Am I on mute?
Oh, it's me. Hello?
Hey.
Ooh, I am so sorry. I apologize, sweetheart.
That's okay.
Okay, y'all can hear. It wasn't until I even said I could hear you both, I realized it was the issue on my bad. My bad. Okay, talk to me. Hello, I'm the African witch bitch. Hi.
All right, so I definitely resonate with all of what you're saying. I personally feel like I'm going through the process of my shadow work, on top of a bunch of other things. But I I don't know. My mom, she's an alcoholic. My grandmother, she's an alcoholic. My whole family, they drink. Um, my mother cannot be around her family. It's like they isolate her and me. And when I was younger, I kind of felt like they took out their anger on me because of the things that my mom had did or whatnot. And right now, I'm just trying to go through the process of figuring it out because this whole situation, it really hurts. Like, it really, really hurts. Me and my mom, we don't have a relationship because of, her situation. No one deals with her, so it feels like I'm her caregiver, and it's just a toll on me because I'm trying to fix myself, so that I can be a good person, a good mom for my daughter. It gets me so emotional because it's so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's just a big mess. But everything you said definitely resonated with me, and I'm just trying to figure it all out. It's like I'm 30 years old, and I'm still dealing with, it feels like, childhood PTSD or something because of situations that have gone on in
I
my
understand.
life. And
Yeah,
it really saddens me. It's like it hurts so bad.
I understand. I
It
I
just
get it.
hurts so
That's why it's so important to address that past trauma. And it's not easy. And I'm not finna sit up and tell you that it's a cakewalk because it ain't. Because you have to look at the ugly side of you and what happened to you and
bad.
address that. So I get it. I understand, baby. I do.
And it's
Now,
just like,
tell me this.
mhm.
Is your mom a practitioner? Is she doing shadow work?
No, not at all.
Okay.
And she catches me doing certain things, and she says, "Oh, you dealing with witchcraft, this, that, and the third," and she really downs me about it. But I can't talk to her about anything. And like I said, I've isolated myself from my whole family because it's all just so toxic, and it's like everybody is okay with it, and I don't understand it. My daughter, she questions me. She's like, "Mom, why don't we go to family functions and things like that?" And it's just hard to explain to her because she doesn't understand. She's just 11 years old. She wants to be around her family, but like you said, it trickles down from going. Um, I don't know. I just whoever is dealing with this type of situation, I just hope that we all are able to get through it because this is serious. It really is serious.
Now,
And it's
is
like
your
I try to
entire
go to different people.
no, go ahead, baby. Go
I'm
ahead. I'm sorry.
listening.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm done. I'm listening.
Is does your whole family are they toxic and you just don't want your daughter around that?
Right.
Mm,
Right. I see it, but she doesn't understand it.
yeah.
Like she gets upset with me because I'd rather not go to a family function or I'd rather her not be around them too long. Um, even to the kids, like you said, the kids see and hear before they speak.
Mhm.
She has younger cousins who have done some pretty mischievous things to her, and I just kind of feel like they get it from their parents. I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot.
And they do. So you're doing the right thing by protecting your daughter and by not having her around toxic people. I can't say you wrong for that. As a mama, that's your job to protect her.
It's just scary though, because now it feels like it's just gonna be me and her for the rest of our lives. I keep us isolated from everybody because my anxiety is bad. Like it's bad. It's bad.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever considered getting some counseling with you and your mom
I
together?
am. She doesn't want to. My mom is so against it. She is so in denial. She will curse you out if you mention intervention. She curses me out. I've always suggested let's go to counseling, but she's I'm fine. Ain't nothing wrong with me. While putting a bottle to her mouth.
Oh, I see. So yeah. Okay. So
Like
here's the thing. Yeah, with that, um, you can't really force treatment. You cannot you cannot force treatment. She has to be ready for it, and she's is by the sounds of it, she isn't ready. So with that,
I
you're
don't
just
think
gonna have
she'll
to
ever
go.
be.
Yeah, I know. And she may or may not, but you have to go on your own journey and heal yourself for the sake of you and your daughter. And does she live with you?
Now she is. She's going through a process where her she back in the day she went to the military and she didn't go to the military for me. She went for a man. She used to leave me at home. She one time she left me at my 8th grade graduation to go out of the city, like hours away, to be with a man. 10 years or like 12 years later, she married this man. This man had a heart condition, and after he got his heart fixed under her insurance, he started treating her so bad. So now who is she with? She with me. So I have to put up with her crying, her drinking, her, all of that from that situation. And what I do, I lash out at her. I don't care about her feelings and how sad she is or what she's going through in that marriage because I look at it, you abandoned me for this man. So why should I care? But the fact that I have to put up with her drinking and all that stuff, and we arguing, and I say some pretty harsh things to her, and I know I shouldn't, but I'm angry, I'm bitter, I'm mad.
You are. You have a lot of anger. Oh, you have a lot of anger. You have a lot of pain.
I can't function in life sometimes. I just feel like so timid. Like when I'm like right now, I'm going to school, and I just feel like people look at me like something's wrong with this girl. Like my energy is heavy on people who I don't even know, and they don't know me. And I just want to fix it because I'm a good person.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I've learned to humble myself. I've taught myself how to act. I feel, but it doesn't feel like it's the right way because people, it don't seem like people can even stand to be around me because of my energy is so heavy.
Okay, well,
It's
I'll tell
just,
you what. You're in the process of doing your shadow work, right?
yes.
Okay. How's that going, baby?
I feel like I'm doing something. I meditate in my room all day long, in the quiet all day long. I go walking every so often. It's just little things. I'm not deep into my shadow work, but I'm just, I don't know. Whatever my conscience tells me to do and I feel is right, I do it.
Okay. I'm going to need you to do some cleansing and protection work too. Are you able to practice at home?
I have been, yeah. And I guess I call myself, trying to cleanse, and I have my crystals and I do my frankincense and everything. But I feel like I need something deeper,
Yeah, that's where
something
the shadow
heavy.
work process comes on. That's where the shadow work process comes in, baby. And it's going to be okay. It's a process. It's something that you got to work through because you've been carrying a lot of this since your childhood, even before you could even understand what was going on.
Yes.
You were going through this. And it wasn't until you got older, till your mind matured, then you looked back and was like, what the fuck?
Right. I had to pull myself back from everything and everyone, like from betrayal. It's just a lot.
I know.
And I just want to be happy again. Even though I probably don't know what real happiness is. I just want to
Okay.
be
Yeah,
happy,
I know. I know.
at peace with myself.
Okay. So I know your mom's not, does not want to do counseling, but are you in some for yourself?
I'm looking for it. My financial situation is all in the air right now as well, so I'm just trying to do the best that I can to keep my sanity.
Okay, so this is what I need you to do for me. I need you to email me your address. I'm going to send you some stuff.
Oh,
Okay?
okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. There's some things that are popping in my head right now that the ancestors want you to have, and I'm going to send it to you. You don't I don't want you sending me no money. Keep your money, baby. I just need you to do I'm going to send you an email of what you're going to have and excuse me, sorry. And then you're going to get a package in the mail in a few days.
Thank you so, so very much.
Okay, you're welcome. You're
Okay.
welcome.
Thank
Don't forget to send that email. It's not an easy path. Shadow work isn't easy. I'd never be the one to tell you that. Any other witch bitch out there will be trying to scam you, give you suggestions, take your money, do this ritual. I'm not doing that shit. You guys heard the pain that's in her voice. And then she been carrying that around. But it's very painful, but it's necessary. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna help her out. Excuse me. Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, other Tiffany. I'm the Tiffany. I just found you, and I'm such a big fan. I'm My Fair Yoga. That's me. So I've been blowing up your emails the
Hi.
past couple of days. I'm just fangirling like all over you. So I really relate to what Ariel said. Right, I've got complex PTSD myself. I've
Mm,
been through, you know, every type of abuse that there could be. Right, and then a couple of instances in my adult life where I've had like sexual assaults and some shit going on at
mm,
work right now that's related to being a woman and stuff. And so, really, what I wanted to ask is because um, specifically, I have endometriosis, right, and a female health condition, right, and it affects the left side of my body to the point where I'm in a
mm-hmm,
wheelchair now. Like I'm a yoga teacher, right, but I'm having to do like wheelchair yoga now, which is crazy to me. But so I'm thinking about like the fact that the left side of the body is the feminine side. The pain is mostly in my left hip, right? The yoga experience that I have and all of this female trauma that I know has affected, like I've been doing all this research lately. Every woman in my family pretty much has been divorced. Looks like, Big Papa ran around on Granny right? I had another daughter across town, right? Or another state, actually. So yeah, everything you're saying is just like, bells ringing, right, in my mind. So I'm just wondering if there's anything that I could do, any sort of practice that I could do to help with alleviating some of the physical pain that I think is a manifestation of this like female generational trauma that's like literally showing up in my body now, to the point where I'm not able to have kids, right? And I'm not able to pass that on. I mean, I still want to adopt and everything, but just like Ariel says, I want to, protect my future family too. So if there's anything you can, I'm just really curious to hear your thoughts and wisdom. So,
I need you to send me your address.
oh shit, did I lose you? Oh,
No, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
yeah, I'm overseas.
I can hear you,
though.
Tip. I can hear you, baby.
Yeah, I'm
Can you
sorry.
guys
No,
hear me?
my connection, my con- yeah, there we go. I'm sorry. I think my internet's all wacky.
Okay, you can hear me, right? Hello?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Tiffany, can you hear
This
me?
is because of Mercury and
She's gone. Hello? Oh, she left. Okay, well, hopefully she'll be able to tap back in. Hopefully she'll be able to tap back in. Okay. All righty. Guess who's back? Tequila, who has muted herself.
Now can you hear me?
Yes, very well. Hello, Miss Bonnet. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
I know exactly what you're talking about with those generational curses. I remember growing up in the church and having that pretty much bashed into the congregation's head that the sins of our father will pass down to us. And as a child, I used to think that all of anything that I did that was bad, I'm already cursing children that I didn't have at that time. And I was a prisoner of that I left the faith 20 plus years ago. Just gave my age away. But yeah, 20 plus years ago. And then since then, I mean, I realized that the whole generational curse thing is bullshit. But as far as more into the generational curses thing, diabetes runs in my dad's side of the family. And so I was always told that that's a curse because that blood runs in our veins. So as a child, I thought, you know what, I'm cursed for the rest of my life. I'm going to die young. I'm going to be a diabetic. Yeah, my brother is an alcoholic, but family was saying that it's a curse because of another family member who was an alcoholic. And I was just like, this is bullshit, but it kind of fucked me up a little bit, my mentality.
I understand. Okay, when people say diabetes runs, if they're talking about type 1 diabetes, that's the one that kids are born with. Like
Right.
that you have to have like a insulin pump on the side of your body to, but I hear people saying type 2 diabetes runs in the family, and that's from poor eating.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm confused as to that, but I hear you. The church is very good at perpetuating shame, perpetuating healing by doing shadow work or doing therapy work. They want you to go to a pastor, pay 10% of your income that you have here on this earth for real estate to a place you can't visit until after you dead. I'm sorry. I just don't buy into that. Yeah, I just don't buy into that. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I really am. It's just really sad. But I'm glad that you learned as you got older not to buy into that anymore. And not to walk around feeling like you're cursed or there's something wrong with you when you're a kid. To me, you guys, I'm sorry, but I think that's child abuse. I think that is straight child abuse, to teach a kid that they're automatically bad by the time they come into where they haven't even done anything. And now they're walking around with this cloud over their head thinking that they're a bad, evil person. I don't know.
And what you were saying about, because we both grew up in the South, what you were saying about recipes that have been passed down from big mama and then bigger mama and bigger mama, and it's all laced in fat and lard. And so, you know what, you know, clogging of the arteries. But as a child, I thought that was normal.
Yeah.
Even though I felt like shit because, I mean, they were buying the food. Okay, so this could possibly be some child abuse. You know, mom and dad and the grannies, they're the ones buying the food for me to eat. So I'm already learning poor eating habits as a child, you know. And as a child, I used to think, well, my grandparents are fat, you know, my parents, I'm not gonna say my mama fat. My mama's a little bit portly, so I'm gonna be fat. And that was a fear that I had. I just thought that my entire upbringing was basically gonna suggest that I was gonna have a fucked up life.
From eating habits to alcoholism, like you saw this growing up.
That, and I mean, there is some. I thought, yeah, I saw that growing up, but that type of stuff transitioned over into my marriage. And that's when things really got bad. So here's what happened on my part. My ex-husband, his father beat those women. His father would take him whenever his dad was cheating on his mom. He said that his dad would take him as a child to the mistress's house, and he would have my ex-husband sit in the car while he goes in and does his thing with these women. And so as a child, my ex-husband said, it's a curse. I'm going to grow up to be this way. And that was a fear that he would always say, I don't want to turn out like my dad. It's a curse. But he turned out like his dad. He did.
So he was a cheater.
Oh, yeah. Physical, mental, sexual, psychological. Yeah. Pretty much the things that he saw his father do, he did it to me on, I guess, a more present scale. For instance, his father threw his mother out in the cold while his mother was butt naked. No, my husband never did that. My ex-husband never did that to me. But he did use my body as his, like, a sexual vessel to get his kicks off, to get his rocks off. So I felt as though since I was married to him, if I didn't do it, because, okay, all right, I was taught that if I don't do for my husband, he's going to find someone else to do it for him. So I did what my ex-husband wanted me to do sexually. He wanted me to have sex with other males in front of him because he thought, well, if she's doing this in front of me, technically I'm not like my dad. I'm a little different. I'm not like my dad. So I'm kind of bending the curse. But no. So
oh my gosh. And okay, I'm sorry. Let me back up a little bit. I'm sorry. He would tell you to have sex with other people while he watched. And did you ever say, I did not want to do this. I don't like this. And were you scared of him if you didn't do it?
No. I wasn't scared of him. I was he had my mind. Sorry.
It's okay. Oh my gosh. Wow.
He had my mind to where at that time I didn't think that I was doing anything wrong.
Okay. And how many men was this?
2.5. And the reason why I say 2.5 is because one guy, he just wanted to eat me out. And you know, we live in LA, so this guy just so happened to be a celebrity. and he wanted to see that celebrity give me head, and I hated it. I it was a room full of people.
That sounds like human trafficking. I'm sorry, Teresa. We work in the field.
That's definitely human trafficking.
That's human trap. Was he paid money for this? Did he financially benefit?
Yeah, he did. So I used to be a stripper at his request. And so pretty much the money that I would make for stripping, that's my money. I mean, all of it's my money. It's my body. However, he would set up private parties for me where he would be a bouncer. At this time, he was a Marine. So he would be a bouncer. And
in the military, a Marine in the military.
Yeah, in the military. And he would set up private parties for his Marines with me as the feature, and they would have to pay like a cover at the door. This was held, oh my fucking God. This shit went down in our base housing, Camp Pendleton. Marines coming in our unit. You want to know where my kids were? Upstairs. But he had my mind so fucked up that I didn't know that what I was doing was just distasteful. So he has his Marines come over, right? They have to pay a cover at the door. I was never the one dancing by myself. At that time, I had like other stripper friends, so they would come and do, their sets and things. But all of the money that was collected that night, he would get a cut of it, Of course, I'd get my cut. The girls get their cut, and he would get a cut and give a cut to any of his Marines that were bouncers that night. But I had 3 poles because he bought them. And he said, learn it.
So he was basically just, it sounds to me like this textbook human trafficking. That he's telling you what to do. And when did you realize, I think I blocked somebody on accident. I'm so sorry. I'll get to him later because this is deep. When did you realize that you did not want to do this anymore? This is wrong. I'm doing this against my will. When did that come?
Well, that came, it was in the beginning. And I know that like someone in the comments said that I was down with it. I'm going to beg to differ with you on that. No, I don't think anybody is down with it. When someone has your mind pretty much in the grasp of their hands, you don't shake that off. I don't know if you've ever been in that position, but no, I hated it from this jump. I hated it. But I felt like if I don't do it, he's going to find someone else to do it.
There's something that we need to understand about human trafficking.
Thank you, Teresa.
Victims are manipulated, okay?
Yes.
They are. I don't care if you're 15, 12, up to 30. You could be manipulated. These men, when we grow up in an environment that we are told that we're not good enough, not pretty enough, not worthy enough, these men, these are like hunters, They hunt for victims. And unfortunately, you thought he loved you. And in a way, deep down, and I know this because I feel I feel your energy. Deep down, you didn't want nobody else to go through what you went through. It's almost like you feel like you had to sacrifice yourself for many other things as well. So don't feel guilty. And whoever said that you were down with it, one-on-one on human trafficking, nobody's down with it. They just manipulated into it. So,
whoever said that, admins, can you block them? Because this is definitely a safe space for people to tell their story. And one thing we don't tolerate is judgment. You can disagree, but you're not finna sit up here and judge people who are telling. It's not easy camming up and telling what the fuck happened to you, especially with some traumatic shit like human trafficking. Me and Teresa have been working in the field for well over 10 years each, working with victims, young kids and their parents, their families. So I would not say she was down with it. I damn sure consider her a survivor.
Yeah.
She came in.
Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah.
And the only better things coming, and thank you for I got to your, I got here a little bit late. I do apologize. But thank you for being vulnerable, because it's not easy. It's not easy to say, hey, I was a victim of this, that, and that. You have DV, human trafficking, mental, physical, even sexual abuse there. So you have to, it's hard. It's hard. You know, me
Yeah,
and Tiffany, we meet victims almost. Well, I did. In the past, we meet victims every day, even in my readings, every day.
mhm.
So yeah, that's important.
Now, did it ever turn physical? You said
Yeah.
sexual. We see the
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it did. Within, well, I would say within the first year of marriage, but it actually happened when we were engaged. The first time, I can remember I was on a phone call with a really good friend at that time, and my ex-husband and I, my then fiance, we were having a disagreement, and he was in my face. And I had the phone in my hand, so he swatted it out of my hand. So I pushed him, and he pushed me back onto the bed, and he started to choke me. And at that point, now let's keep in mind, I've been knowing this guy since he was 8 years old. Eight. So I never saw this coming, ever. So he choked me, and I'm not gonna say luckily we were at his mother's house, but at least I had someone to immediately go to help rectify that situation. Hence, she smoothed everything down. I wound up marrying him. Within the first year of marriage, I was pregnant with our daughter, and we had just transitioned to another state, so we weren't near any family. We were living in New Jersey, and I can't even remember what started the argument, but I do remember him wedging me in the middle of a door and a wall. He was pushing the door on me, and my belly was right here, so he's wedging me in the door. That was one time.
How pregnant were you, honey?
I was about 4 or 5 months pregnant. I was showing. I mean, there was a belly there. About 4 or 5 months pregnant at that time. And in my mind, because I had been told this by the elders, the generations, I was told that the first year is the hardest, and whatever happens is normal. So,
wow.
So I was like, okay, he's a man. He's a man. Let a man be a man. What the fuck does that mean? Let a man be a man? But that's what I was told. So then it happened again around Christmas time. Still, my daughter was born at this time. She was about 6 months old. My son was 4. So we're having a very blown out argument. The kids were they were supposed to be asleep. My son was in the bed. My daughter was in her crib. But I didn't strike my ex-husband at all. He physically threw me out of the house, and I was screaming. Since we were living on base, there's people everywhere. Yeah. But my neighbor was deaf, so she couldn't hear me scream. Her husband was away on duty. It's almost like one of those things, if a tree falls in the forest, doesn't make a sound.
Right. It's okay. Take your time.
So it was at that moment that I knew nobody could hear me. And then that was the first time I was legit afraid of him. Because once he heard me screaming, I remember what the argument was. I called the MPs on him because we were arguing. I called the MPs. That's military police for anybody out there that doesn't know military lingo. I called military police, and that's what really set him off. Hence, he threw me out. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. He pulls me back in. He threw a chair at me. It bruised my legs. And I had arm prints. Like you could see where he was holding my arms. I had bruises where he had me like this. He picked the Christmas tree up and threw it across the living room.
Wait, pause. I'm sorry. He threw a chair at you.
Yeah.
And a big ass Christmas tree?
A 10-foot Christmas tree. Yeah. And by this time, the kids were awake and crying. And my son, since my daughter was in the crib, she couldn't get out. And my son, he's walking. He's just standing down the hall and watching.
Oh my gosh. Teresa, you got your cards?
No, it gets worse.
Whoa, okay. Well, you let it out, baby. We're here to listen. We're here to help you. Lovely Witch, hold down the chat. Do handle your business, Lovely Witch. Block anybody who got something to say. Not time them out, block them. Just let it out. If this helps you heal, let it out. So somebody else is listening to your story right now who's probably going through the same thing, who needs to hear this and how you overcame. Talk about it if you feel comfortable. Only if you feel comfortable.
I gotta tell you something because Spirit just as you were crying, obviously sometimes I'm a psychic, That's why you have trouble. I just want to confirm what I saw. That's why you obviously have trouble trusting people. And loving deeply has been very hard for you. It's almost like you can't get to that deep level with someone, and if you do, it scares you off. So it's a matter of. She said that it's a matter of time. I hear time. So there's a matter of time where you're gonna have see. It's and I know Tiffany will agree as a spiritual person as well as so karma goes around, right? What goes around comes around. I didn't mean to cut you off, but whatever its trouble is you having like this blockage between you and love. You'll go out and date, you'll meet a lot of people, you'll talk to people, you'll cheer them up, you actually lead people on, you know that, right? But deep inside you cannot be happy. Deep inside, it's hard for you to love. It's okay. I just want you to know that there's gonna time because you remind me right now of funny how Spirit works. It's like she's having trouble loving. You lead people on. You go in circles. Oh, you good at that. Oh yeah. I'll go out and you'll go out and you'll have a great time. You'll have a good time. You're like a good person. You're like, oh shit, I had a good time. But then at night, you'll fall apart and you have a lot of crying spells.
Oh yeah.
Because you think you're not worthy of happiness. Because you think that you're not lovable. And that's very important. I don't mean to blast you like that. By the way, this is just Spirit. Spirit is telling me that in the next 6 months, you're going to grow. Okay. You're going to grow a lot. I'm getting the fucking chill. Oh my God, I look horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm getting the chills. So Spirit's telling me that in 6 months you're gonna. I'm just gonna do a lot psychic readings today. Is that okay? A lot, whatever Spirit. Okay. Yes. So I just wanna, and it's for you guys to see that that I not only that, but Spirit is very strong right now at this moment. So just because I feel her strong, she's telling me the next 6 months are gonna be full of changes, full of joy. I see the sun. Okay, there's gonna be a special person that you're gonna meet or already met. Okay, stop going around in circles. All right, it's okay sometimes to fall in love. It's okay. It is safe for you to love. Okay, at some point, but first you have to heal. All right, you need to get closer to the water. I think I told you that last time. Get closer to salt water. Okay, salt water will cleanse you out. Talk to the sea. Talk to Yemaya. She has a message for you. Listen to her. She's a great healer. She's a protector of all witches, by the way, guys. So, it's 6 months of changes, even career changes, okay? There's going to be an opportunity for you before or the end of the year. There's going to be an opportunity going to Aquarius season. You're going to be way, way happier financially as well. There's a lot of projects that you have in mind that you've been thinking about, but then
Yeah.
you quite not want to do it, but you hold back, and then you go like this, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. There's
Right.
gonna be, yeah. So that's definitely on the works for you. Okay. So I want you to cheer up and that asshole. What? And I think I told you last time that guy is gonna what calls around. If he's not paying it at this moment, he's gonna pay for what he did because he's not happy.
That's the
He's not
same. That's what I
happy.
was going to ask you, Teresa, about him beating on people, pregnant women, human tracks. Come on now.
I mean, I tell
No,
you,
she's not
work.
the only victim. It's another one. It's another lady who's been his victim as well. Uh, maybe even there's another lady there. I hear deceased, so he might be getting sick or will be sick. Okay, so
Is it
I
the
think
one
that's
he's?
yeah.
Is it somebody he's with now or something?
See the kids here. It's very important. I'm just pulling out cards. I never do that, but just because my the way I'm sitting is kind of weird. Uh, let's see. There was one before you and one after you. You're not his only victim. It's only two more, at least two more. So that's very important to to do that. I see two, so that's the number two. So yeah, there you goes your answer, Tiffany. She's gonna have a stroke of luck, especially at work. You should be working on uh well, Tiffany will know how to open your roads.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be an offer for you, okay? Remember that. Right? And then Spirit is telling me here. See, you're very overwhelmed. The 10 of Wands, very overwhelmed. You get overwhelmed a lot. You have nerve problems as well. You need to start. You need to
I
start
just
bringing that
vacation.
incense.
I literally just submitted for vacation time yesterday.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay. So you're very overwhelmed. There's gonna be a peaceful 2 months for you. A lot of fun in the sun as well. But there's an important offer for you. With your ex, I hear deceased and I hear karma. Okay, she's telling me karma. Something about me wanting to throw up with him. So it's something to do with his stomach. Okay, he's gonna go through a lot. Stomach.
that's the question. When you said there was someone before and someone after, I heard you right, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the reason why that resounded in me is because, or resonated in me, is because I'm his second wife. He has a first wife and he has a current wife. And I'm
Wow.
so when you said there's
Yes.
someone before and someone after me, I was like, oh fuck, damn, bitch.
Yeah. So there you go. You still feel a lot of nostalgia over your family. There's a sense of loss there as well. So that's important to tell you to bring into the table today. There's it's leaving your past behind, but you have to be ready for this because the Six of Swords is very meaningful. When I pull it out or shuffle it, I hardly pull, but just because my position, I cannot shuffle. Uh, it's the Six of Swords is you really need to start working on leaving your past behind. Accepting blessings, accepting love, and first, just knowing that you're worthy of love is very important to change that energy. Okay, because you feel
Mm.
like you're not worthy of love,
You
honey.
are. You
And
are.
you are.
Tequila, you are worthy of love, baby.
You are.
Everything that happened to you was not your fault. You didn't deserve it. You did not deserve it. And you are worthy to be loved, to have love, because you give a lot of love. I'm feeling that. You give a lot, but rarely do you deserve it. Do you know that?
Yeah, there's you know, uh, and Tiffany can recommend some crystals, but the rose quartz with is gonna call you because I just a lovely witch you got. Yeah, she said, "Do you carry crystals, Tequila?" And I think she has a great point. Crystals, rose quartz. You better keep it with your girl. You better
I got
sleep
it
with
from
it.
the witch, bitch.
Tiffany has a crystal holder on her site, which I'm about to order, girl.
I'm gonna give you one. Teresa, don't order it. I'll send it to you. I'm
Oh,
gonna
you're
give
so
you one,
cute.
Tequila. I'm gonna give you a cage to carry that on your heart
Rose
chakra.
quartz.
Mhm.
It's gonna heal. You need a lot of healing on her your heart for sure. There's also going. I don't know if you felt it, but it's something to do with your neck. Spirit is telling me to watch your neck. It's almost like you have a lot of tension. Go get a massage, or a lot
Mm.
of
Oh
tension
my
right here
God,
on the
wait a
shoulder.
minute.
Okay, so just
Every
go
time
get a
I
massage.
drive, I turn like this.
Yeah, you can't turn, and then you're very tense up. And like I said, a lot of crying spells. But with your ex, to just repeat what I just saw in the vision that I have in the cards. The cards just wants divination, just wants to speak for you. They say that, again, 6 months, a job opportunity. With him, I hear disease, and I hear just like something to do with his stomach, because I want to throw up all of a sudden. As soon as I say I just think about his energy. I hear disease, so he's gonna get sick.
Is
All
he a
right,
drunk?
unfortunately, huh?
Is he a drunk?
He's must be something, because it's to do with my stomach. So let's see. Is he a drunk? Is he a drunk, guys? Oh, he's smart. He's not stupid. He's very logical.
His
He
job in
lies
the
a
Marine
lot. The
Corps,
Seven of Swords.
his job in the Marine Corps was logistics. And
Mm.
you said he's
Yeah,
logical. Yeah.
he's most likely a drunk. But let's see.
I'm getting
Oh.
alcohol vibes.
See, he's gonna experience a loss
What I
in
what I always
July.
In
okay.
July?
Yeah, somebody's gonna experience a loss in July. That's very important to say. Some kind of loss. Is he a drunk, guys? Call up on my spirit, guys. She's talking to me because she knows it's hard for me to hold her card. She's right here, by the way. So that's why she was pointing at your heart. So she gives me. So yes, something to do. I don't know. Did he had a lot of? I don't know. Did he had a lot of stomach problems before? I'm going back to the stomach. Did he suffer for any? Like, I don't know. Did he get sick when he eats spicy foods? Because I'm getting like him getting like something to do with his stomach, with when he eats, and then just being in a lot of pain. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's
He
what I've seen.
he never had like stomach problems. However, Marine Corps, you have a scan of the body, and all of his
Mm.
organs are on the opposite sides. Like
Ooh.
Oh, so that
yeah,
okay.
it's like inverted. So that's what his insides
So
reflect.
that's why maybe I see a lot of pain, and
Oh,
he's gonna have a lot of pain in the stomach.
and
I don't know.
he was always sick on every holiday as a child. Um, his mother said, okay, every Thanksgiving, Christmas, he was always sick. So he was always sick on holidays. His mother
Mhm.
used to talk about that all the time.
Yeah, so he's gonna get sick. Tiffany, your vision of alcoholism is right. He's addicted to something, so it's right. I just saw it. Spirit took me to something to do with his liver too. It's the stomach area where
Yeah.
he's gonna have problems. It's just I see it. I can be, yeah. So whatever, just know, you guys know me. I'm very spiritual. Whatever goes around comes around, and unfortunately, karma's a bitch. She don't place, and we cannot stop time from from it's just like divine. I told one of my clients this morning, divine timing, or yesterday, something like that. But divine timing is gonna hit his ass like a firecracker, and that tickles me. I'm sorry. I know I sound evil, but it's called divine timing. And for you, my dear, I recommend a lot of crystals, a lot of healing, a lot of
Mhm.
incense burning, a lot of lavender with sea salt baths, a lot of pampering, a lot of self love, a lot of processing. A lot of love, because you worthy of love. I'm gonna keep bothering your ass with that. I'm gonna text. I have your ass on Facebook. I'm gonna send you messages. I want to keep track of you, because if I can, if you allow me,
Yeah,
because
of course.
yeah, because you gotta. We don't want you to miss opportunities, because you already missed a lot of opportunities. Okay, because of that. So we don't want to get into details, but you have missed opportunities because of that. Because you feel like you're not worthy of love, you're not lovable, you're not good enough, not smart enough. Fuck that bullshit. I do not ever want to hear you say that. You know? No. You know.
I do. I have another question too. And are you saying anything when it comes to my ex-husband has custody, full custody of our daughter?
Yeah.
That within itself is a whole different can of
Ball
worms.
game.
Me with my son, and so she lives with him and his current wife. Is my daughter?
I wonder if he's beaten his current wife. You said the one before her and the one after her.
He's
Tequila.
beating someone up right now, so I'm guessing he's abusing her more mentally than physically. He's smart. So he does a lot of manipulating and mental abuse with people. It's just his way of being in control, because when he was a kid, he was a little punk. He was picked on, something about him being bullied as a kid. So that's he I mean, I'm not trying to condone his behavior, but his childhood was pretty fucked up in
Oh
a
my
way
fucking
that,
God! Yes, no,
yeah,
it's
so
fucked up.
see, I mean, I don't
Really?
even know the guy.
I've been knowing him since I was 8. His
Yeah,
life
his
was
childhood, Tiffany, was pretty fucked up. So Spirit is taking me all the way to his childhood. And there's,
huh?
it's just,
Because his
as,
father, but his father before he found Jesus was an alcoholic.
his life was full of abuse, mental, physical.
His
He
father, oh my
witnessed
God, his father
domestic,
used to beat
yeah.
the shit out
So
of
he
him.
was exposed to a lot of violence, and that's why he went into the army, because he couldn't handle it. But not saying that I'm so sorry. It's nothing against our army, but a lot of our soldiers, guys, suffer from severe mental illness at times.
Yeah.
When they come back from battle, and sometimes people run away from violence in the home, and that's why they take off. Say, "Fuck it, I'm going to the army. I don't want to be in this motherfucker." So yeah, that's the answer. I met a lot of people like that. That's why I say it.
Wow.
So yeah, he had a fucked up childhood. She knows. So you just confirm my vision. I mean, I didn't know. That. I don't ask for information. I didn't know that. So there you go. You just confirmed it. So that's good. So I'm not crazy tonight. Spirit is working with me. Anybody who knows when I do psychic readings, I do get nervous just because spirit. So if I get red, if I throw up, guys, don't judge. That's just me.
Yeah, it's happened to me before. Do you see anything concerning my daughter since she is under his umbrella?
Yeah. So he's your daughter. She started reaching out at all? Has she started reaching out? She reaching out, because I
The
do
last
see that she's gonna reach
the
out to you. So
last
that's
time she
important.
reached out to me was November 18th. And it's November 18th because that's my birthday. But it wasn't really all that nice. She just sent a text, and it wasn't mean. It just basically, it still didn't acknowledge me as her mother. She basically acknowledged her stepmother as her mother, because she said her stepmother is teaching her how to be a good person. My daughter was never a bad person. I'm like, what the fuck? You need to be better. She's never been a bad person. Who fuck? She's teaching me how to be a better person. No, I can teach you how to do that. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm mad.
No, you're her mom. It's gonna piss you off, and you miss her. And I think that's one of the pain that you're carrying. So that's important to bring out. So let me just pull one. So as I said, 6 months, things are gonna be changing after December.
She hates me. She hates me because of him. She hates me. I'm sorry to break down, but she fucking hates me.
I don't. The word hate is very powerful. So I don't think she hates you. I just think she's being manipulated. That's all. Yeah,
It's
King of
very
Wands.
easy to manipulate children.
Yeah.
It's very easy to manipulate children. I don't want you to personalize that. I don't want you to personalize it and blame yourself.
Yeah, see, he's very conflicted. The Five of Wands, I just pulled it out. The the King of Wands, he's very bossy. See, confusion over the ending of things. So someone is still salty about the past, which is him. Yeah, he still is. Uh,
It's amazing that you say that because I
she
I
doesn't
literally
hate you, honey. You come on as the empress, so that's what's my. She knows you're her mama. The empress is a mom, so no, she's not. She does not hate you. So, and he's a liar. Earlier, he got the seven of swords, so he lies and hides things and manipulate events, even events. He wants to like even if he's gonna throw a birthday party, Tiffany, this motherfucker wants to control the whole motherfucking party. When fucking people can go have fucking beer. That's how bad it is. I kid you not. I
no,
kid
that's
you not,
okay.
Tiffany. That fucker wants to tell you when to drink, how to dress, who to fucking look at, who you won't stare at in the night. And God forbids, Almighty, uh, that you stare at homeboy the wrong way because after that you're gonna get your ass beat or you're gonna be thrown across the fucking room. I'm getting pissed now. Why? It's just I'm having these visions of him, like even fucking up parties for people. Like every time he walks into a fucking room, it's like the heavy. He has a very heavy energy. He has this fucking personality, and then he pretends to be what he's not. He lies a lot about his income too.
Oh
He
shit!
lies a
Oh,
lot.
that part.
You ever meet those motherfuckers that meet at the gasoline station and take you? They tell you and they lie to you. You know that he could just, nothing. You know that, oh, I'll take you out to this and that and show you the world or whatever. You know, your ass is just gonna show me to the lunch, which is good. I take it, but be honest. Be honest. Keep it very real. I'm not mad, but it's that he does not keep it real. He's a very fake individual because I could read him clearly. He's very weak spiritually too. That's why I could get through him like a book. I mean, I'm not even being cocky. I don't even know his name, and I'm reading this guy. So
Um,
going back to your question is very important. Things are gonna change for your daughter by Aquarius season. Okay, I see Aquarius. So
Oh,
that means next year is gonna be a little bit different. I do recommend a sweetening jar. All right. I want you to make a vow to Ochun. She loves kids to soften her.
yes.
Heart.
Oshun, I love her.
she's
Yeah.
already in the jar.
Oh, you got a
Okay,
sweet
you better
jar.
work it, girl.
Because someone just asked me in the comment section. I'm assuming you said, "What is my daughter's name?" My daughter's name is McKaylee Bry Alexandria.
Why
But
did you? Oh,
she's
okay. Why did you ask your daughter's name though? I don't like that.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
or yeah.
We don't
That's
say
the
names.
reading.
Yeah, we don't say names. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't need names. We don't need names to read here. Well, only yours. And I read through you, through your soul. My spirit guide. Always protect your loved ones. Guys, a message to you guys. If you guys have kids, you guys are witches, it's good. Don't post pictures of your child, okay?
Mhm.
Ever post pictures of your children. You go to my profile, you don't see nothing of my child in there, right? Like
Mhm.
people, I don't deny, people, I'm very open about being a mom, but just watch it. People are evil out there.
Yeah.
And I'm very suspicious, not meaning of whoever asked you. I'm very suspicious. Me, Tiffany. I'm very I suspect of my own damn self. I'm a damn
No,
witch.
okay. Lovely Witch said that she wanted Teresa's name because she wanted to schedule a reading with you. She didn't want it. Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
But
sorry. Lovely
it's
witch.
okay.
I'm all talking about like, oh shit.
That's why I was like, I don't know who the her. I was just, what is her name? I was like, because at the time I was talking about my daughter, so I was like, so.
Girl, I was ready to take out my sage, my incense. I'm like, oh hell no, we're not giving out names or time or birthdays or shit. We're not Yeah. But yeah.
Well,
And
I,
please dream high, okay? Don't stop dreaming.
Got
Because
it.
you know what? I tell you guys every reading that I give any of my clients, if I'm connected, right? I'm not trying to scare you. Our energies are connected. And Tiffany knows this, right, Tiffany? Once you
Mm-hmm.
connect with someone, once you read someone, once you get to see their ancestors, I'm gonna slap you for your grandma if I hear that you're not good enough, okay? Because I'm gonna fly. You're not too far away from what I see. I'm gonna fly to your location. I spank you because you're worthy of love, honey. You're worthy of joy, and stop leading people on. But you're fun though. You're very fun.
I
But
try.
don't carry your crystal on your chest. If you have a lot of anxiety, hold it. Hold it at night. Hold any crystal that's gonna help you with your anxiety. They're like They're like they're magic. To me, they're magic. I kid you not. I have sleeping problems. I am in which we don't sleep. So that's the biggest problems that we do have when you're spiritual. We don't sleep. Yeah, people think that we sleep. We don't fucking sleep. We wake up at fucking 2 in the morning every other day or every day when the energy's high. So that's important to mention, okay? With your daughter, wait for Aquarius season. Also do the sweetening jar, do Evo. Evo, it's I practice Santeria, of course. We gotta feed our guardian angels, Oshun, any type of pastry. If you're gonna give her honey, please taste it before you put it in the altar. Always taste any type of food for her. Taste it, okay? She wants to make sure it's safe. It's just her. It's tradition. It's her the way. She's a mother. She's gonna actually help you. I do see that. Also, yeah, get your ass to the sea and talk to her. Ask her for guidance. I always tell you guys, yeah, is the protector of all witches. She will not allow anything to touch you. So that's important. But Oshun is a mom. She's fertility. She reunites families. She helps you with depression, anxiety, sadness. All right. People look at my mother like, oh, she's looking at herself in the mirror. She's looking at souls. That's what she's looking at, not herself. So that's important to understand.
Yeah, I agree.
Aw. So cute. I mean, your ex. I want. You know what? I always tell people I don't. I stay away from sour jars, but that motherfucker, I will put his ass in ammonia.
Yeah, when
Yeah, I just put that in the, he's an asshole,
I
Tiffany.
Yeah,
He's
he
an
is.
asshole.
And I just want to let people know that if anybody want to come on here and tell their story and cry, I'm sorry. That just pissed me off when people victim blame. That really bothers me. So I know Lovely Witch got the chat held down. I hope you block that person, whoever said that. I don't even know who it was, but
and
block
I'm
them.
not gonna lie, I mean that hurt, which is why I don't open up to a lot of people because
Right,
I'm tired of being judged.
Mm,
I
yeah.
feel like if you've never gone through it, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You
right.
know?
You were human trafficked.
Mm.
You were coerced. You were beaten. You were psychologically manipulated. You were beaten while you were pregnant. I'm sorry, there is no blame on your plate. You didn't deserve that. You didn't own it. You did not. No, that's not on you. That's on him for doing it to you.
Yes.
But what I was gonna say as far as like the transition of me pretty much going through a downward spiral is when the military police came in that night and I
Mm-hmm.
had to they took pictures of my body.
Oh
Really?
no. Yeah, they
Yeah,
They,
have to.
yeah,
Yeah,
my
of
ex-husband, he was demoted because of what he did. He
course.
was demoted in rank, and still to this day he will lie and say, no, it didn't happen.
See?
Oh no, the photos, they're in, they're in his records. They're in his military records. Photos of my body with bruises on them. And that's when I really felt, like, you know what? I'm not worthy of anything. And he treats me like shit.
there's way so much
Yeah.
more to your life than being human trafficked and beaten up. You are worthy. You are. You deserve.
Girl, you're so smart. You are very fucking smart. That's why I see that opportunity to grow. And y'all people that got in a reading from me, you guys know that I don't fucking sugarcoat. And when I tell you that you smart, you smart. and lovable and beautiful. You got the whole shebang, girl. You just need to open your eyes to your own beauty. Good friend told me that the other day when I was talking. I was telling her something, and she's like, "If you only open your eyes, Teresa, you will see it too." You know. She even mocked me. She's like, "You over there being a witch and spiritual," and I was, I was talking shit about my own self. And because we tend to do that when we go through a lot of abuse, we tend to believe. Me too. I told a client this morning, I'm also healing. I also wake up crying sometimes in the middle of the night, so it's we all healing, all doing our shadow work. I mean, I'm going to therapy too, doing my shadow work, taking accountability for my own actions, you know trying to better myself. And it's a journey, honey, and you have us. You're not alone. You're not alone.
If you ever need us, you come, you tap in anytime you want. If you remember something else that happened that you want to discuss,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because this is therapeutic. It does make you feel better. And you're helping other people who are going to watch this, even if they're not in the chat right now. They might watch it a month from now, and you are helping them heal. You didn't deserve
Yes.
that, baby. You are worthy of love. Fuck him.
And his mama. I just wanted to say that so bad. I don't. You know what? For me to be able to read him like I read him like a book, that means he's very spiritually weak. You guys know that, right?
Yes.
Psychics cannot read everyone. If I ever meet a psychic, I read no, bitch. You cannot read all the people.
Thank you.
There's
Because
people that
everybody's
cannot read
energy,
me.
right.
There's
Right.
people that
That part.
cannot read me. I kid you not. I have people that cannot read me. They tell me a whole bunch of baloney. I'm like, okay, but there's people that you just can't tap on, and you'll say, "Sorry, ma'am, I cannot tap on you. Sorry, I do
Yeah.
apologize for the inconvenience, but spirit is not allowing me to reach you today." Especially when you do psych, even divination is it's a little bit different, but still, you work wacky ass cards, and the client will stare at you like, "Bitch, that's not right." There's for me to read him like a book. That means he's very spiritually weak. Okay. So
Mhm.
for all of you guys, just letting you
Um,
guys know, 101, protect yourselves, and you don't want anybody to reach you out there. Always use protection, okay? Because then you're gonna be shaking like me in the middle of the night. I feel when someone taps into my energy.
Me too.
hmm
it's
I
something.
start getting, I start getting heartbeats and shit. I thought I had COVID again. I'm like, damn.
Um, I see that there are people like in the comment session, and they wanna. First of all, I just want to say I'm so sorry to take up so much of like the time, and I
No,
see that
it's
there's
okay.
people. No,
Oh, don't be sorry.
no, I'm not finished. And I see that there's people in the comment section, but I mean, I tune into the lives a lot, and I never like chime in, because I'm listening to other people's stories because the stories are just so powerful.
Mhm.
But I wanted to say that this is really therapeutic for me right now.
Hmm.
And I'm sorry for taking up so much time.
Be sorry. This We give each of you guys your time, your space. I mean, this is not only this is therapeutic. We're giving you guys messages and help, and this is why me and Tiffany, why Tiffany does do it, and I join her because she knows that that's what I love helping, and
Yeah.
that's one of our goals. And it's not all about freaking teaching magic. It's about healing. It's about processing. It's about tapping into your traumas for you guys to heal. Because I kid you not, I could give you a million rituals to open your path to make
Mhm.
you feel better. But if you don't feel better inside, and if you're not ready and have the faith, none of those rituals will work. I always tell people could give me 100 diet pills, all right, but if until I'm not ready to change my body, the way I eat, and take care of my health, my fat ass, well, no, I will always be, no, it's not the negative talk, right? I'm a sexy bitch. So yeah, so yeah, I will not lose weight, right? It's just an example, and I use myself an example because some of my clients, y'all know that I'm trying to change my lifestyle. So we'll discuss things like that in our sessions, like, oh, Miss Teresa, this and that. But I give you guys my personal example because You guys could give me 100 diets, but if I'm not ready, I'm not ready. Because why? Things. So we have to process. So that's why, so don't feel bad.
Um, and then I would say lastly, but in recent weeks, okay, first of all, I've always been under, I've always had a therapist, always had a psychiatrist, always, because I care about my mental health. It's not
Yes.
crazy or anything. I care about my mental health, and I'm not one of those people that says, "Oh, you're crazy." No, I want to make sure I don't go crazy. But anyway, I have a therapist, I have a psychiatrist, and every week I have to do pretty much an assessment. And it asks a number of questions, and one of the questions is, do you one is, do you have thoughts of harming yourself? And then the other question is, do you feel as though you would be better off dead? And it's those two questions that I always pause on. And
Sweetie,
what happened in recent weeks? So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go ahead and say it out loud. If it wasn't for my son, if it was not for my son, because it's always been not my mother, not my sister, not my brother. If it was not for my son, not for my daughter either, because of that situation. But if it wasn't for my son, I would not be sitting here at all. And every single day is a struggle for me not to take pills.
Yeah.
okay. The thoughts of suicide with the type of trauma that you've sustained, with being human trafficked, with being beaten, with being the boatload of shit you've been through. I understand, but I just want to let you know that if you ever have thoughts to harm yourself, I want you to remember this. You harming yourself is letting the bullshit win. Because you done been through some bullshit and you don't deserve that. You did not deserve that. No, that's not your fault. So you're not going to let the bullshit win.
Mm-hmm.
She just gave you a time frame of when things are going to turn around. You have a beautiful heart.
And you know what? We're gonna speed up the process because that's why we are witches, okay? The beauty of being a witch is that we very I'm a therapist. Miss Tiffany is a therapist. We work in the mental health, but we also witches, we also magic. We can speed up the process. All right. So right now it's called an urgent cleansing, okay? I'm gonna talk to you after. I'm gonna reach out to you, but I really, really want those because people forget spirituality does helps you with your mental distortions. That's why I say the word Oshun. All right. So I'm gonna send you some information. We gotta work with that, okay? Because yes, like I said earlier, I don't like to stay in the past because I use a lot of CBT, I guess you want to call it. But it's important to face it, process it, and that's what you're doing, and it hurts. All right. But I also do, I don't know if you're doing shadow work, journaling. And I don't know if your therapist give you assignments like journal your feelings. Like me, I'm gonna be open and honest, guys. As much as I run my mouth as a reader, as much as I run my mouth maybe with my friends, like with Tiffany, joke around. For me, visiting my intimate trauma, it's very hard. I am not gonna. Are you gonna? If you were my therapist, Tiffany, you would not recognize me. You'd be like, "What's wrong with this bitch?" Because you know me, Because me talking and disclosing my trauma is very intimate, very hard. It's hard to open a bitch up when it comes to that because it hurts. I honestly numb my pain a lot. But anyways, what I do is journal, and sometimes I when I go and have my sessions, I like to actually read it to my read it to my therapist, and that's how I process stuff. But journaling works, when you feel like you have a lot of anxiety, working out helps, going out to the ocean. I keep saying the ocean because that's going to help you out. Make yourself a routine, structure, because you are very depressed. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Tiffany. You know how I am. You're very just depressed. So, activity helps you to get out of it. It's known that people that are depressed, I'm talking like a therapist, my bad, have to continue activity. Get up in the morning, you wash your teeth, you clean your face, and then after work, instead of stop, change your clothes, go out and walk by the beach. You need nature. Touch if you like to walk in the sand, do that. If you want to go hug a tree, do that. Meditate. Take a class in the evening. Get busy. Get busy, busy, busy. So busy, and
I
meet up with your therapist and meet up with close friends like Tiffany. Even me, reach out. You
yeah,
know,
I
you
will
know,
say that
yeah,
I do.
definitely.
I have a extremely very, 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 very close friend. Um, and I almost feel as though it's my ancestors that have her reach out to you. She does. She, every time she wants to go out to eat or whatever, she's like, "Hey, Tiki, what the fuck are you doing? I'm hungry, bitch. Let's go eat." And I'm so appreciative of that because had she not done that, if she didn't do that, I'm so appreciative of that because I'm literally just laying in the bed, playing on my phone, being low key depressed, but high key successful at the same time. And it's a battle. But when she asked me to do things like that, I'm so appreciative of that because number one, she has a fucking big ass heart. And I know she loves me, but she's pulling me out of that situation. I don't know if she realizes how deep of a hole she's pulling me out of, but it gives me the willpower to wake up the next day. To wake up the next day, whether we go have Asian food because we love it, we love it, or whether we go have burgers or just get out of the city for a while. She does that shit, and when you say go to the water all the time, the ocean is one of my most favorite. The ocean and mountains, that is my shit. That's my shit. I can stare at the
Yeah,
ocean
nature.
all day
You hiker too.
long. Even my
Sure.
my my friend, my bestie, my heart of over 30 years, she's like, you know what, bitch, we need to get out of town. Where do you want to go? I want to go to the water. I mean, it's just beautiful. So yes, I remember you telling me to get into the ocean. I did it. Bitch.
Yeah, and you know what? The more you get your ass in the ocean,
I went
the
to
more
Manhattan
healing.
Beach.
Yeah, yeah. The more healing you'll find, the more peace you'll find, the more better you'll feel. Even sweet waters, if you could take your ass. I want to go to a river one. I haven't been in a river in a long time. I need
Yeah.
to take my ass there. But it's you should see me in a river. I'm the happiest that you won't recognize me in a river. I could just sit there all day inside that water because it's just I'm so connected to the sweet waters are my thing. I love the ocean too, but yeah, it's a healing. Nature heals you. Nature protects you. Nature will warn you. Your ancestors are not gonna let you leave this earth. I'm just warning you. That shit is not gonna be easy. So we have to change that mind frame. You have people that love you, that care about you, and you fucking worthy of love, loyalty, and respect. So whoever does not give you that, fuck them and their mamas. I'm always
Love
talking shit.
it.
I swear, I'm gonna find my voodoo doll in someone's door bed. And it's so don't trip. I got you. Tiffany got you. Shit, girl, we speed and it's you could do things spiritually to speed up the process. having faith. There's nothing wrong with the road opener. There's nothing wrong with cleansing yourself with sea salt and stuff like that. And you know, it's magic. You know, there's symbolism between. You know, some of you guys, I give you guys a ritual. You know, you guys tell her how it works if anybody has tried it in the chat. You know, I always give people rituals, nature, you know, natural stuff, road openers. I send people to Tiff. I'm like, get this, get that. I give you guys a whole list of things that you guys could do naturally that Tiffany sells on her in her store that they could help you guys spiritually. You know, crystals are magic for depression. Magic.
Ooh, yes. Tiger's Eye
Actually,
helped me through
one of my
shit.
clients, she's my friend. My she was telling me because I was reading when I was doing the session, and I was telling her I had a lot of anxiety to the point that it was affecting my breathing. And she said that you send her some crystals. Later on, can you give me the names, Tiff? I don't want to forget. Sorry. Yeah.
I do want to know, because I did what you asked, what you told me to do last time, which was I had to put some herbs in my mojo bag, and I did that. I did that. But what herbs or crystals would you recommend that I put? This is what I don't want to have those thoughts. I don't want to have those thoughts at night where I'm asking myself, you know, would I be better off not on this planet?
Okay.
There's a bath that you could do, and Tiffany, I'll give you. Okay, go for it, Tiffany.
I want you to drink you some Damiana tea. That's excellent for depression, but the only side effect is it's gonna make you horny as hell because it's also a fertility herb. So your cooch is gonna be like wah 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 wah. It's gonna want some dizzle. I'm just warning you, but it does work for depression. Shit, I gotta. I'm gonna make you a pack and send it to you of stuff I want you to take. I'm sorry. Okay, let me tap in for the people who just got booted out the green room. Look, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you my word as a witch bitch that I'm gonna go live tomorrow. Teresa, are you available tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go live tomorrow, and we're gonna have you guys tap in, and we'll take it from there. But I believe that what Tequila talked about was so heavy that I think we should end the live stream right now. When we're
I
done.
also have class tonight in like 15 minutes. So I promise you guys that tomorrow I'll be joining Tiff. I don't want to miss my class, but I have it like in 15 minutes. So I still have time.
Problem.
But I didn't want to miss it. So that's
confirmation because the ancestor said after her in the live stream, and I was like, okay, me, I could go for 3-4 hours.
My mom was probably send her fat ass to class, Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany, I've never seen you in the live this early.
I know normally, but I have to obey the ancestors. And I'm going to close out with saying this. I hope you guys understand. For the people who are out, come back tomorrow. I got you. And when I see your names pop up, I'm going to let you jump the line because you were in here first.
And I got you too, guys. I'm gonna be in a better position tomorrow. I'm gonna not be in my bedroom, hopefully, because my roommate's outside and stuff. So I'm just gonna be in a better position where I'm gonna have my cards. So if anybody's interested also in any spirit messages, I'm gonna do like a psychic reading. That was a psychic reading. So that was fun. I loved it though. I loved it. I hardly ever do them, like this live, but it was fun. So thank you, Tequila, for allowing me to tap into your energy. It's always a pleasure to you're beautiful. Don't forget, I'm gonna fly. Watch, I'm gonna have to meet you in person, girl, because this is not. It's not gonna roll like that, girl.
But anytime somebody taps in, and this was one heavy ass live when they're sitting up discussing how they were human trafficked, and they were forced to have sex, and they were beaten. This is heavy, and now she's had thoughts of ending her life. I just really think that right now we done dealt with so much. I'm drained because I'm so glad you're still here. I'm so glad you're breathing. I'm so glad you're alive. I'm so glad you're here. You're gonna be okay. This does not define you. You did not deserve it. Fuck him. And you're going to
And
heal
his
through
mama.
this. And his mammy. Fuck her ass too. I don't even know the bitch, but fuck her and his daddy for taking him to. Fuck him. You didn't deserve this. And I will spend as much time that I have to keep another soul from transitioning by ending their life over some bullshit that they did not deserve. She didn't deserve that. And if there's anybody out there who's going through what's similar to what Tequila went through, you don't deserve that shit. And I don't want you blaming yourself and contemplating ending your life. If you have thoughts of suicide, I want you to reach out to the suicide hotline and get the help you need. I don't want you reaching out to no stupid ass, scamming ass witch that's going to take your money and make you promises and pipe dreams. Fuck them hoes. This ain't about money. This is about your life. Tequila did not deserve what happened to her, and neither do you. And I want you guys to understand that.
Yeah. Me
okay.
Too.
What Ariel said earlier really resonated with me too. I don't know if she's still here, maybe not, but when she said that what she was going through, what she's going through with her mother, and how she has pretty much disassociated herself with her family, she feels as though the people that are around her are, that she's not worthy of being loved, and that the people around her feel some type of way about her because she's so depressed and so down. I know what that feels like. And I know exactly what the fuck that feels like. So when she was telling her story, that's when I was starting, like, the tears just like a flood, because no, I don't feel, and I don't feel like I am valued. I don't feel like I need to be loved or that I deserve love. I have so much love to give. I recently changed my phone number.
Okay.
I did it yesterday. I changed my phone number because I wanted to cut off people in my life. People that I felt had no value. They were adding no value to my life. And also to stop the threats that I was getting from my ex-husband.
Still at it.
He gave my number out to people. Someone gave my number out to people, and I was just receiving way too many texts, hence me wanting to not be here on the fucking planet. Because every time my phone goes off, I'm like, okay, maybe, it's just a fucking text. No, it's someone telling me that I should kill myself from unknown numbers. And anybody who knows me, I'm feisty. I will fight if I see you in my face. But when you come at me with
just randomly messaged you that?
Huh?
Do you have any idea names of people that might want to do that to you?
Yes,
I need them. Because you fucking bullies, they're not supposed to do that to nobody. People forget the consequences of people bullying people. People kill themselves every day because of that shit.
That's what I want.
You know how many fucking stories me and Tiffany heard?
Yes.
In our careers because of that? That's some bullshit. See, no, that's not right.
That's horrible. That's horrible. There's no excuse for that. This is the type of shit I've been talking about. This is the type of shit. This is why I don't tolerate that shit on my platform. You will not come into my room, my chat, my group. My admins don't play with that bullshit.
With that shit.
There's people's lives that are watching this. You guys got to understand how powerful social media is. Where somebody could have sent her that on the wrong day, and she just said, "Fuck it." And now there's one less person on this earth because you want to be a fucking keyboard Nazi.
Yeah. People are just evil as fuck. And that's why we, when we work with kids, we try to teach them that, kids are more stubborn, more immature. But when you fucking dealing with grown ass folks, I'm sorry. I'm going to fuck you up because you did that. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut your neck off because nobody deserves you. You can't be fucking running around the world bullying people. I don't tolerate that. I don't tolerate that. Talking about, I hope you kill yourself, bitch.
Fuck you.
Fuck you and your mama. You go ahead. Want me to walk you to the fucking cemetery, bitch? While we at it, see, I'm a bitch. I replied to, I no. Mm-mm.
What was
No,
really
babe, I would have said like what? And I'm glad you changed your phone number. I'm
yeah.
glad that you're gonna be in more peaceful state of mind. I do. You do need a lot of white. Try to get yourself up. I'm gonna tell you.
It was
I'm
when
gonna just tell you quickly.
it was
You're
when
gonna buy a big blue candle, right?
I
You have the fat candles, Tiff. Do you have it so you could give everyone the fat candles? Uh,
it
like
was
I
the
have
big,
a
big,
started to when I changed my
big
number
candles.
yesterday and I was sending my number out to people who I want to have my number, my son and my mother immediately text me back like, why did you change your number? And so I sent them all of the screenshots of that bullshit that was being sent to my text messages. And yeah, that was
Yeah, you gotta realize that you have a lot of envy. So I want you to do protection on you, all right? There's a lot of envy too, Like obviously it's a lot of envy, okay? Because you do light up a room. And when you do Tiffany does that too. And I know Tiffany, she don't give a fuck. If you don't like her, you walk. So what? I'm staying here. If I'm too bright, bitch, wear your sunglasses because I'm
yeah.
and I'm gonna light the room up. So you guys are light, all right? You're light, she's light. So what happens when you're light? People people get jealous. People want to hurt you. People want to talk shit. People start getting envy. That's why I always tell people I don't have a lot of friends. And number one, I'm a witch. I'm very spiritual. I'm just different. I'm an empath too, so it's a different story. But going back to you, there's a ritual. Obviously, I want you to do some protection work. I want you to do your blue candle. I'm gonna give it to you. I have you on Facebook, so I'm gonna send you that. You just need a big fat blue candle and
I
sea
have one
salt.
for her. I can give it to her. I can send it to her. That's not a
Yeah,
problem. Um,
okay, that's the last
Lovely
little tip.
witch. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're gonna put your name, your full name, including your last name, from the bottom of the candle all the way up. We want your paths to open. We want the sadness to end. We want that, and I want you to manifest what you want in that candle. That's a fast ritual. Then I'll give you. Tell me how you feel about when you do it. So you let it burn. You let it burn. After it burn, I want you to send me pictures so I can read the wax. Okay, I read
Okay.
wax by the way. So that's very important. I want to see. All right. I'm gonna warn you when it's burning. A lot of people don't. When you guys I had a lot of people. If you're very intuitive, if there's any kind of blockages, it's gonna. That's just to make you feel less anxious. But it also could unblock. There's possibility because it's sea salt involved and the blue candle unblock your energy. So you're gonna start having a lot of vivid dreams. All right. So spirit is gonna push you to process. That's all. It's just processing because your ancestors will push your ass to process. That's something we need to understand. If they feel like we need to process some shit from the past, they're gonna remind us constantly about the past. So you're gonna sit down and you're gonna fucking cry sober, bitch, because this is what we do in the family.
Yeah.
I know. I hate it too. My mama did it to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
It was disrespectful too. So my mom was like, "Bitch, you're gonna process this sober." Well, how about that?
Mm.
So yeah, they'll throw they'll just do it. They'll put you on blast. So that's gonna help you with your anxiety. The tea's gonna help you. I want you to do a lot of lavender with sea salt baths. I want you to. Tiffany has a calming balm as well. Helps me breathe.
I
Shit.
haven't.
Wait.
I haven't.
You know, I get
Woo.
high. Even I've been a lot. That's another story. I've been through a lot of anxiety. So for other clients that I've been canceling my appointments at some point, I am so sorry. I'm back on my broom. Because I do have to tell you guys, I get sick too. I get anxiety. I'm human. The witch gets sick. So, but I'm back on my broom. I'm controlling my little anxious moments. I am an empath, so I feel what others feel. So,
Mm.
Oh,
yeah.
also, Lovely Witch and Devante had a very, very, I guess spirit guided them to ask, do you still have those messages that tell you to
Yes.
kill yourself? I need
Yeah.
you to not read them no more and delete them. You don't need that in your psyche. Lovely Witch and Devontae are right. I didn't think of that, but Spirit told them to think of it, and they've been asking in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
You
Lovely
need to
Witch.
delete those messages and don't want you reading them and pondering back on that. Because
Okay.
that
Yeah, don't
whoever
do that.
sent you that is some fuck, man, fuck.
Okay, I'm deleting like legit right now.
Okay, delete those. Don't reread them because fuck them. You know, you're here for a reason. You are your mother gave birth to you because you are an ancestor reborn, and you have other ancestors that are looking out for you. Your father. Teresa, can you tap into her daddy right now? Can you tell me what her daddy is
We're
saying?
real right here. Wait, we're real right here now, right? We're real.
We're real.
Fucking Pete.
Okay, go pee, baby. Just pee if you gotta pee.
I promise.
Because her daddy is coming through.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
Yeah, hold on.
Wash your hands and pee, baby. Just pee. I like to pee. Peeing is a beautiful thing. I peed one time and it felt better than sex. That I can honestly say. Maybe I haven't been doing it right, but peeing is beautiful.
So her father has messages for her.
Your dad has messages. I knew I felt his ass. I felt them because this is. Hold on. Pee. Pee for us. Pee for the ancestors.
I'm here, and I have wipes, so I'm ready. I have wipes for my hands.
Okay, well, hey, you
So
gotta
I
pee.
do
You gotta
see that
pee.
too. I think last time I did see a woman as well, but yeah, he did come through. This is my helper, by the way, guys. I think what he's very almost like angry. So he's upset about something. He's angry.
Your
He's
dad's
angry at
mad.
something. He says that it's he stares at you at night, right? Do you feel him? That okay. So he stares at you at night, that's for sure. He's it's almost like he's angry, like something is making him really angry and sick. Just sick to his stomach, he's saying. It's making me sick. It's almost like he's very mad at something. He said he's gonna give you something, and he's telling me the 6-7 months. He's saying 6. So people are gonna trip out, but 666 is about balancing, by the way. So you're back. So you're giving me that number. So it's about balancing. So yeah, all right. So that's very important. Balancing out. He's gonna be helping you out with the woman. So you're not alone. There's a woman be right behind him, next to him. I don't know, but they I know that he comes and stares at you. He's very upset about something. All right. There's something that is still have been not told and unfinished for him. It's almost like he has a lot of information that he kept to. Something about he's saying a lot of information that was not given when I was alive. So he
didn't like her husband. He didn't like her husband at all.
He's at somebody, at something. But he said the situation, I know that he said it's making me sick to my stomach. He's cute, like he talks in presence. So yeah. He's very he could be very gentle. I see him as gentle, but he could be very, 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 very ruthless when he loves.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was my daddy.
Very protective. The word ruthless came to my mind out of my damn mouth. So that he could be his personality.
You can actually go
has a way of
worse than that. How he was.
It was very tactful though. And he was gonna make a move. He thought about it. See, he's very cooperative too, because some spirits are not very cooperative. So he was very tactful. Just know that he's gonna surprise you in 7 months. Your life is gonna be very even. I do see 666. It's not the devil, guys. So don't tell me I'm the.
I know. I know. 666. One of my most favorite synchronicities.
Yeah, 666 is about balancing. So that's very important. All right. Your dad will not let you leave this earth. I'm just warning you. I don't know what he's telling you, Tiffany, but he's telling me that he's not gonna let your ass leave this earth. That's the way he said it. So he's also, I don't know if you have, I don't know who he's worried about. It's somebody in your family he's worried about too. And he's giving you me his messages. He's funny. I'm his messenger.
Oh my god, he is
Yeah,
funny.
he's cute. He's worried about someone around your family, a
Her
female.
brother.
female.
Her brother.
Like, mama,
Who's a female in your, yeah. He's worried about someone in the family.
is it my
Yeah,
mama?
I think so. It's a female. It, don't get scared. There's nothing wrong. Your mom has a lot of worry. Okay, calm down, breathe in and breathe out. Your mom worries a lot about you, okay, and about her children. Right, she cries a lot, so there's a lot of crying with your mom. He says he watches her. All right, so it's okay.
Mama.
So yeah. So he's worried. He's not gonna go anywhere. He's gonna be more active, Tiffany. Okay. So please, if she needs help with that guidance, if she gets nervous a lot. So just be there for her. I really want her to start getting those messages, but I want her to do it slowly because then it's gonna hit her. You know how it is when they first start communicating. Some people freak out.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
want her to go through that. She already has a lot of anxiety, so I don't want her to do that. That's not his goal, by the way. All right. So if you don't get any messages, it's just you feeling someone staring at you at night. Don't freak out. It's him. Okay. I know it's easy for me to say that because I see dead people,
I
but
do
it's not easy for
too.
you guys to realize that. I just say it like it's part because that's what I do. That's what me and Tiffany do. We
Yeah.
see things, we hear things, we get messages. We just sit there. See, Tiffany's getting a messages as we speak. So
Yep.
it's something that it needs to be done. Okay, he's gonna almost come to you when you're ready. But in the meantime, he wants me to tell you that he stares at you at night. There's a woman in your family that he's worried about. So she's going through a lot emotionally herself. She hides stuff a lot. She's like the queen of wands. She really doesn't like to discuss things a lot, personal, super deep feelings, deep emotional feelings. She keeps them to herself. So if that resonates with you, you know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about. So
I
that's
do.
very important because he's telling me he's very private as well. So there's a lot of things that happen.
I'm really glad that you say that because I mean I can see spirits and I can hear them, but I haven't heard or seen anything. So I lashed out. I'm not gonna lie. I lashed out uh the other night. I've since apologized to my ancestors. I've since apologized, but I lashed out because I'm like, you all aren't hearing me. You're not listening to me. I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. But when you just said that, my dad is here, that's validation that number one, I'm not alone. And he heard my cry. Yeah.
They hear you, but he's not gonna let you transition, so you can give that shit up.
Yeah. So
It's not your time. It's not your time to die.
I would take the white towel out because that shit. I'm not gonna. No, me neither. I'm just gonna keep it real. Me neither. For all the witch powers that I carry around me, we're gonna send you I'm gonna send you a protection prayer too, because I don't want nothing to touch you or any of you guys at all. You guys know me. I'm very overprotective. It's just in my nature. That's just what we do. Tiffany is too. So she's a soldier. So you ain't going nowhere. So stop that, all right?
It's not your time.
No,
You have a lot.
Anywhere. You fine.
You have a lot of life left. A lot of life. You're not even at middle age yet. I don't care what you say your chronological age. You're not even at the halfway point. So they're not going to let you. So that whole suicidal ideation, you can throw that shit out the window because the ancestors is like, bitch, fuck you. You're not going nowhere. You got other shit to do.
She said it exactly the way I wanted to say it.
You got that much shit going on that you got to do. So you're not going nowhere. So right now, your best option is to heal and boss up in your own motherfucking power and fuck your ex for what he did to you.
Yeah, and his mama.
And his mama.
Yeah, fuck him and his mama. And
Oh
any of
my
you guys out there that you know you're still struggling with domestic violence, you still struggling with mental abuse, psychological abuse, any type of abuse, even financial abuse, let us know. Let us know how can we help. Come and tell us your story. We here, we here for a reason. So
Come back
you
tomorrow.
guys
We
know
gotta
how I
go.
feel about domestic violence. So
Yeah,
no,
we
that's a no
definitely.
no in my watch. Yeah.
Tequila, I'm gonna say goodbye to you, baby. Teresa got to get her ass to class. So
Yeah.
thank you for tapping in and
All
telling
right.
your
Bye,
story.
Tequila. Thank you, Tiff.
Uh-huh.
See you
Okay.
tomorrow.
Thank you, Teresa. I love you, baby. Thank you for tapping in.
I love you
Okay. I
too.
will see you tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I just want to let y'all know. And I know that the live I didn't mean to start it that way. That was not the my intent. My intent was to discuss generational curses and to have people tap in. But when somebody tap in, telling a story how they were human trafficked and how they were beaten while they were pregnant and how they were beaten and how they want to kill themselves because of the trauma, I'm going to give all of my attention to keep that person here on earth. If you are an empath, you felt her pain through the screen, because I know I damn sure did. I felt it. It was as if she was sitting right here next to me, or as if I went through it. So I'm sorry for the people who are backstage, but don't fret. Tomorrow you will have your turn to come in and we can resume. But that was one heavy ass fucking story. She shared her story in hopes to help another person. But then we had one person come in with the fuckery, blaming her for her trauma. I got to give a special shout out to Lovely Witch, because right now I'm so focused and I'm so tapped in that I couldn't go around deleting and all that shit. But she held down the chat. So can I get some hearts in the chat for Lovely Witch? For anybody out there, even if you just now met me, don't ever tap into my motherfucking live trying to shame a victim for what they're going through. Just because you ain't never been through it, don't mean that you have a right to fucking shame any goddamn body for what they're going through. People who are human trafficked, they may quote unquote agree to it, but they're not agreeing to it. Their mind is manipulated and they're being coerced. This motherfucker was beating on her. Did y'all not hear the story? He was beating on her while she was pregnant and beating on her when her babies was in the crib in front of her children. So he tell her to sleep with people that he know and throw parties and charge people. Hell, if she didn't do it, he'd re-beat on her again. How the fuck dare you blame her for that? I'm sorry. I'm in my mood right now. I'm in my space. Okay. I am the African witch bitch, hoodoo practitioner. Thank you, Kijo. Thank you so much, Kijo. Thank you so much, Bobby. Thank you for the hearts. PR, Tarnisha. Thank you for all of my supporters. Thank you, Lorena, baby. I'm so sorry I can't let you in. I'm finna go, but tomorrow you are the very first one that I'm gonna let in. Soon as you tap in tomorrow, same time, you are first on the list, Lorena, baby. I'm sorry, okay? I love you guys. Thank you, lovely witch. Ashe, baby, you know what to do. I ain't even got to tell you what to do. You did it already. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, lovely witch. If you're in the market to purchase low-cost hoodoo supplies, please hit up my website. Tequila, thank you for coming in and telling your story. You have helped so many people. And I know you touched the tip of the iceberg. I know you got more that you went through. And if you're ever in the mood to share, my platform is an open space for you to share. Anybody else who went through anything, you want to come in and share, my platform is an open and a safe space for you to share. But you will not be bullied. You will not be beat up. You will not be treated like shit if you come on my platform, because Lovely Witch ain't having it, and neither am I, and neither are any of my other admins. You guys have a great night. I am the African Witch Bitch. Ashe.